Hi, good evening, everybody. Nice, I see somebody waving hello, so I guess that you can hear me, which is amazing. Let me close this door so that in case somebody tells me something, I will be able to hear better. So yes, welcome. My name is Enzo Tedeschi. I help my wife as a wine specialist, Righteous Imports. And yeah, this is Wine Wednesdays. We've been doing this already this is the month number 3. So, you know, like hopefully we're getting a little better, making you happy on these Wednesdays during the pandemic. Yeah, like normally, like I will always give a few minutes for everybody to arrive, but this time I played the little intro that was going before I appeared on your screens. So let's get to it tonight. Tonight we're gonna talk about wines, you know, that are suitable for our holidays. And yeah, like there are so many choices that can be made. We made a short list of things that can work with, you know, pretty much all that we eat at Christmas. Whatever is your choice, you should find a wine that should suit, you know, like your needs. And yeah, okay, so we're ready to go. And perfect. I cannot find my notes, so wow, surprise. So we're gonna improvise tonight. Let's see what happens, okay? Yeah, okay. So we are based in Pittsburgh, in the suburbs of Pittsburgh, precisely with our office and warehouse in Ambridge. And we are a family-run company, and we specialize in products that come from Italy. Soon we would say Europe. And yeah, like what else can we do for you? If you are in the restaurant business and you're opening a restaurant or wine bar, we can work with your chefs or with your staff that works with the wine list to, you know, make a very special wine list for you. You know, like if you are into wine dinners or private wine dinners, also these days, if it's a very small number of people, we can still try and make you happy with providing sommelier service and wine pairing for your choices of, you know, for dinner. And also, that's the surprise, that's why we will say Europe soon, because we selected the first 20 wines from France, and we're gonna add them to our portfolio of Italian wines. I believe around San Valentine we're gonna start proposing something to the public. So that is a pretty great news here. And okay, so let me see, because you must know that obviously I am completely new to all these things. 2 months ago I had no idea of all these streaming technologies, and now we do this every Wednesday, and every Wednesday we try to add something more to, you know, the experience. But what I can tell you, which I'm really excited about, is that next year we are preparing a very great program which is going to include collaborations with chefs, with winemakers, with, you know, foodies, because I believe that, you know, it's important to always hear what people that are not professionals think and, you know, like do with food and wine in general. Like, and so you know, we're gonna have many guests, many different, interactions from different countries, as it looks now, and I'm very, very excited. I just cannot wait. We secured a couple of, three actually, big winemakers already. So yeah, that's what is coming. Now let me see what we have here. So the past weeks, what did we do thus far? In October, we proposed the wines from Il Borro, which I proudly represent in the eastern states of the United States. And we presented the full range of wines from this fantastic estate, which is owned by a very important, wonderful family, which is the Ferragamo family from Italy. And yeah, like we presented all the wines, we went through all of them, and we were starting with this streaming appointments, meetings, only then. And we will, in January, hopefully, or February, have one appointment, one episode of the Wine Wednesday with Righteous Imports, where Salvatore Ferragamo himself will present his wines, and will join us for the conversation. I hope, I heard a sound that tells me that maybe my headphones do not work. So I hope nobody is trying to tell me anything.
With my phone,
Can you
so
hear me now?
hear him on. Yeah.
I think you can hear me now,
I'm
right?
gonna put myself
Can
on mute, and let's see if we can hear him.
I believe that you can hear me now,
Yep.
right? Oh, this is so bad. I'm sorry. Like, it's just, one of those things that unfortunately there is nothing that switched off or nothing that, disconnected. It's just a sound card that crashed. And yeah, like that's why TV equipment is so expensive, because they don't do these things. So okay, so we're back. It might happen that you lose me for a few seconds, but now I am connected in actually a piece of equipment, no more digital stuff. So I should be with you for the rest of the meeting. Sorry about that. So can somebody just tell me when I lost you? Because I'm talking like a radio and I was, you know, all happy. Yeah, but I lost you when? Anybody? All right. Somebody can tell me something, please? All right, you can all hear me. So let's do it one way. I talk, you listen for now. Okay? All right. So I just wanted to go very quickly now through what we did in November. In November we had 2 wine makers. We had Gianluca Morino of Cascina Garitina and Pamela Stella of La Selva, 2 very, you know, fantastic wineries. They make products that really make me feel so proud of being Italian, because of the quality of, you know, and the love and all that, you know, we are known for. These people really represent at the best, like what we do. And yeah, and then we had Mr. Tiziano Accordini, which we're gonna see for a few seconds tonight too, because I'm gonna repropose his explanation of his wines, which I believe that should be the best way to, you know, describe the products. And then this month we will go through wines that are holidays ones. Then we will go for the 7 fishes, and what, you know, I will pair with the 7 fishes type of dinner. Then we will go for Christmas dinner, and for the dessert wines, and finally for the digestives. You know, like those are like many Italian men look forward to that moment Christmas, because they've been eating for, you know, 8 hours. So the moment of the digestive, like, you know, they still feel that there is something that can save them. I always say that there is nothing that will save them after, you know, such a meal. But yeah, that's what we did thus far. Tonight it's all about Christmas, you know, time, holidays, dinner, and the wines. Okay, so let's get to it. We say that, you know, we want to have things that can pair with seafood, with you know, the turkey, the chicken, like all type of things that we might prefer for these holidays. And because of that, I prepared a few wines. Okay, and Rachel, I know that she distributed a few samples to some of our friends, and here I have, like many of you, like, you know, I have my little bottles, my little samples. Like I must say, like I've been now in the wine business in half of the country for a while, And I must say that Righteous Imports provides an outstanding service with this, like samples distributed on Wednesdays for our, best supporters, family, friends, and sometimes new wine lovers that join us for our meetings. So, we have dun, 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 a Pinot Grigio, a Chardonnay, a Valpolicella Classico, a Super Tuscan, okay? And then I have two surprises for you. Because in case you wanna, you are looking for something really special that, in any other type of environment of the wine industry will really cost much more, we can offer you a couple of options to really make unforgettable your holidays, at least with wines, okay? Now, we gonna start with the Pinot Grigio. The Pinot Grigio that comes from this estate, which is called Tenute Orestiadi, and is in Sicily. And let me put the screen on so that you can see. Here we go. Here we go. This is the Pinot Grigio made with organic grapes from the Tenute Orestiadi, which is in Sicily. Made with organic grapes is basically what Italians say for organic wine. Now, there are different requirements in America, in the United States, and in Italy when it comes to organic labeling, certification, etc. But if I know my people well enough, I know that in general, we look at agriculture in a certain way, that makes it already like for, even large producers, they are still smaller than in many other countries because, Italy is a small country in terms of territory, and we have thousands of producers because most of them are small, really, really small. And Molino Avento is a medium-sized type of winery which produces the best possible products in its price range. Like I've been tasting this wine with family, friends, and when I used to actively sell with Righteous Imports in the beginning, many people that drink Pinot Grigio were just looking at me and telling me, how is it possible that this wine is so tasty? Because we are used to certain brands of Pinot Grigio on the American market that are very popular, and I would say also some really expensive, compared to the market in Italy for Pinot Grigio. Pinot Grigio is a wine that in Italy you will find, when it comes to white wine and holidays and family, gatherings and, like weddings, and you will find the Pinot Grigio on the table 9 out of 10 times. So, it's a wine that we really drink a lot. We are used to not to pay a lot for Pinot Grigio. And I can tell you that you will be shocked to see the price of some of the wines some of the Pinot Grigios that you buy here in the United States and in Pennsylvania. You will really change your mind. That's how much different is the price. Maybe 5 times as much in some occasions. This is the type of Pinot Grigio that you will find on the tables in Italy. And the price, I cannot see the offer because it's covered by the camera that is looking at me, but at $9.99 when you buy the case, this is an absolute, steal. And I'm going to drink some because it's about that time of the day, 7:30 almost. And because I was working all day, I didn't have the chance to drink a sip of wine yet. Can you believe it? Wine all around me, and I didn't have the opportunity to drink any. And it's fantastic. The color is typical Pinot Grigio, so like, you know, very light yellow straw color. But I was not even paying attention, and the perfumes, the aromas, like, you know, the notes of this wine came to my nose straight away. And you know, there is that apple and pear, like, you know, but it feels because this is a dry wine, but it's so rich that it feels sweet on the nose. And that is a sign of, like, you know, good agriculture, you know, like, especially when it comes to organic grapes. And yeah, like the taste, it has a very, very nice roundness, which again, it's not really like common to, you know, standard Pinot Grigios. And it's rich on the palate, but it's dry. It's really, again, like, you know, for the price, like, this is definitely like one of those products that you want to consider, because if I am saying the truth, this is a steal. It's a product that Righteous Importer sells to restaurants. And that is the reason why now, in the pandemic era, you can pay this much. Okay? But he drinks like, you know, a very expensive wine. We tasted some very, very nice wines. Just last week, we tasted some of the most amazing white wines in Italy, and I would say in the world, made by a scientist. Something like unbelievable. But it was 6 times the price of this. And I'm not saying that this one is that, but guys, oh my God. Is somebody, like, you know, the people that are trying this wine, like, you know, are you agreeing? Do you agree with me? Is this, like, you know, something like kind of special? You know, I'm sure my wife likes it. Right, Rachel? Nice. I see, yes, I see a few friends, like, you know, confirming, yes. Laura, and yes, I see. Yeah, like, again, we are here to introduce to you to certain products that otherwise, it's really unlikely that you will find out about this wine, because until March, April, this wine was not for distribution to the public. And then a few months to change the entire way we do business. And now, since September, this is a product that is available, you know, to the Pennsylvania market for retail. And to be honest with you, like, you know, you are wine drinkers, give it a shot, try it, and then maybe we can talk about it in the next few weeks, because this wine will be also, like, you know, my choice for other things that we do during this month. Okay? But now I'm gonna finish my first glass of wine. And we go to something from the central Italy, okay? Like, we were in Tuscany, we were in Sicily for this Pinot Grigio. And let me tell you something, because maybe some of you are, like, more familiar than others to Pinot Grigios. Pinot Grigio is a grape that is typically from the north of Italy, okay? And Are you all familiar with Italy? You know that it's like, shaped like a boot, like everybody knows that. And I heard like, the funniest jokes in New York regarding the boot and things, like, back in the days. And I was like, oh my God, like, they make a lot of jokes about Italians. And then living in America, I found out that you make really a lot of jokes about Italians. And I can tell you that Italians like that. We like to be recognized as people that are funny, they make people laugh, they make people happy. And that's why the whole hospitality and food and drinking, that's where it basically comes from. It's really like, in our genes. And, okay, so the second wine from Sicily, we move in the middle, and we move to Tuscany. We move to Tuscany and we move to Il Borro estate. But just because, let me see, it's 7:30, so I think I have a minute to show you like this. Let me see. Okay, I have the map on the screen straight away. Let me see if we take it's Toscana. Toscana, okay, you see the Toscana. Now let me make my image a little bigger so that I can see what I do while I do it. Not now for the rating. And okay, so we have Toscana here, and Chianti Classico. You can see Chianti Classico right here. And basically Il Borro, it's on this side. Okay, this is Chianti Classico that we're seeing, and on the right hand side there is this Valdarno di Sopra next to Chianti Classico. Now, just to share some like sommelier knowledge with you, I'm not a somm, I just passed my first exam, and then like I jumped in the wine business and I learned basically by drinking the wine. But Chianti Classico is the first area in the world that was certified for wine in 1716 by the Medici. Okay? Together with Chianti Classico, the 3 areas around it were certified too, because at the time, it was pretty much one thing. All this red that you see around Chianti Classico, this was all certified by the Medici as the original area of wine. So, some of the most amazing wines in the world come from this place because people have been farming it for like, maybe close to a couple thousand years. And Il Borro is right there. Let me go back to this screen. Il Borro is in that area. And because of that, there is a lot to it in terms of soil and terroir, environment, farming, and, everything to make great products. And I tell you a little more in a second. I just want to see where I put the first screen for Il Borro. Here we go. We have the Lamelle Chardonnay tonight. The Lamelle Chardonnay. It's a very fantastic wine which is made 100% with Chardonnay grapes. It is unoaked, so there is no wood that has been used to make this wine. But to cut a little bit through the acidity of the grape, they used the aging on the lees technique, which basically consists in leaving the yeast after the fermentation is done for a certain period of time, so that they're gonna start releasing flavors that will accompany the flavors already in the grapes. And this is very common, especially in Chablis, France, like, or where people like to make wines that are not covered, white wines not covered with oak. This technique is used a lot. Now, the grapes, the bottles, like here at Il Borro, everything is certified organic. Okay? So, it's a winery that is a state-of-art type of winery. But what about, like, you know, would you like to, let me show you, for instance, I think that I have something that you want to see. Because for Il Borro, here we go, like that is the hamlet that is at the middle of the estate, and is 1,000 years old. I mean, the first document that was found about Il Borro, it's dated 1125. So, and we're talking about the first document, like, you know, a village doesn't start just like that. I'm sure that, like, you know, he was there from a few years before. But he took the name Il Borro from a general, like, you know, an army person, Alessandro dal Borro. And today the same guy gives the name to the top of the line wines that this estate does, which, let me show you, I have it right here. Yeah. Look, this is a big boy that I have from Il Borro here. And this is a bottle of Alessandro dal Borro. This is a 3 liters signed by Salvatore Ferragamo himself. And yeah, these are, like, you know, special items that, I almost destroyed a very important bottle of wine. Imagine that, like live, I was like destroying a 3 liters Magnum, like live on the screen. So let me be careful. But what I wanted to tell you is that these type of items are the items available at Righteous Imports, you know, when it comes to something really, really, really special, like some really limited edition wines. This month there are other things that we will present and we will tell you other special bottles. But let's go back to the wine. The Chardonnay, I'm not sure who has it or not. Let me change the screen and go to the gallery view so that I can see more of you. Who's drinking the Chardonnay? Please raise your hand. Oh, I like that. And I must say, there is Butch. Butch, you are ruining the entire average beauty of my meetings. There are only ladies and you. Like, this has to stop, okay? Like, you know, look, all ladies. Beautiful, like I'm the luckiest man in the world, and then there is you. Like, why? I love you, I love you. Okay, going back to the wine, like, you know, Chardonnay classic, like we said, that is clean, is unoaked. Why we want this Chardonnay with our Christmas, you know, holidays? We want this Chardonnay every time that we want to drink before, like as an aperitivo, before dinner, before lunch, with dinner, if we eating something that has milk fat content, like cream, okay, because the acidity of the wine will cut through that creaminess and will really, really make you feel like you are drinking at another level. Like, it's most of my best experiences with wine were when a pairing was well done, not when the food and the wine was very expensive. When somebody knows what he's doing with flavors, like, can really, you know that. That's why we're here, because we love, you know, like drinking and eating and, you know, those amazing pleasures of life. So when somebody's capable of doing that, and I don't believe myself, like, you know, as the best person in the world, but I tried many opinions in terms of food and drinking, and some can be really unforgettable. That's the only word that comes to me. Unforgettable. Okay. So, creaminess, this Chardonnay. Pre-dinner, with lunch, this Chardonnay. Very easy drinking. There is no bitterness. If you're looking for bitterness, so please just like, get yourself a newspaper or something, because you're going to drink this wine for a long time. Looking for it, it's never going to come. Why? Because the selection of the grapes is done well, the destemming is done well, the grapes are not crushed by transporting them in trucks. They are transported by hand in small cassettes. So when you do that, you don't crush the grapes at the bottom, and you don't have those unwanted compounds that happen when you crush the grapes before the fermentation is temperature controlled. Compounds such as bitterness. So here, nothing. It's amazing. It's smooth until the end, for hours. And I love that in wine. I don't like to, enjoy when you chug it and then the aftertaste is not pleasant. No. Even when I drink wine like there is not tomorrow, the aftertaste has to be pleasant, and this does the job. Okay? Now I've been talking enough. I'm gonna drink it. Okay? So I take my break. Salute. Fantastic. Bright, crisp, clean. And what did we say about this? Is that correct, Rachel? Can you please confirm before I sell wine with offers that don't actually exist? I'm very happy to make discounts, but my wife obviously yells at me because it's her company, not mine. Yeah. Maybe that's why I like discounts. Now, can I go ahead? Cool. I lost the signal, the audio. So I was like, okay, let me check when it looks like I can go back to talk. So here we go. We spoke about the Chardonnay, and we spoke about the Pinot Grigio. Now, there is one thing very quickly, very quickly. And if you are into champagne, I would say that you might want to have your smartphone handy, because this is the offer of the century. Ta-da-da! Now let me basically do this. We have something fantastic for you for the holidays, and it is dun, 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 Okay, my wife just came to rescue me
Got you.
because there was no audio anymore. So okay, let's go back. We were talking of this champagne. I mean, at least I was talking about this champagne. It's a champagne that is a vintage champagne, which means that all the grapes to make this bottle of sparkling have been harvested in the same vintage. Plus, is a single vineyard, so all the grapes have come from the same place, okay? Plus, stays for 60 months on the lease before release. That's why we are now showcasing a 2013 vintage, because this was released this year, the beginning of the year. You know, like it's that type of product. Why do you want to keep a couple of these bottles in your house? I tell you straight away. For any occasion where you will buy a Moet Chandon, any of the bottom line champagne, Moet Chandon, Vieux Clicquot, Ruinart, like at $60, you are buying wines that are mass produced. The grapes are harvested in different vintages, like, you know, different places. They put it together. They know the formulas, the acidity, pH, like, you know, all those scientific numbers. They put it together. The taste is consistent. That is the type of product. This is equal to those brands' top products, which touches $300 a bottle, $400 for some. With this offer, you take home an excellent, extraordinary rosé sparkling wine. And again, I'm sure that everybody has moments during the year when you need like a special bottle of wine. This might be, you know, like a very great bet, you know, right now. And okay, that was, I just gonna send you on the screen for 5 seconds, okay? And then if somebody wants to see it again, like just let me know. Okay, so let's move to the red wine parts of the night. We have a few seconds more than 10 minutes, and I'm sure that we can do this. At least I can drink 2 glasses of wine in 10 minutes. Can you? Yeah, raise hand, like, you know, if you can. Oh, everybody's raising hand. Like, this is fantastic. Okay, so the first wine that we talk about is the Valpolicella, okay? Valpolicella Classic. No worries, now I know that there is not the mic, so I will go and add the mic to this screen. But I send you the screen first so that you can look at the information on it. Okay, so the Valpolicella, I have a recording from 2 or 3 weeks ago when we had Tiziana Cordini, which is the CEO, owner, winemaker. He's the boss or the bosses at the Accordini estate. And he joined us to present his wines. And because if you think that I'm funny when I speak English, okay, wait until you hear my friend Tiziano. So, I'm gonna give you 3 minutes, okay? I'm gonna give you 3 minutes of Tiziana Cordini regarding this wine, all right? And then maybe like you can ask me questions if you don't understand anything, or like, you know, it's, and let's go. So the first wine that we want to try, I believe that is the Valpolicella Classico. Okay, what can you tell us about you know, your Valpolicella? I know that is a great wine, but tell us more, because you know, I'm sure that quite a few of us want to know from you, like, you know, your experience with the wine.
Yes, for the Valpolicella Classico is the very traditional wine, a perfect wine for every day. The people in Verona, in the special Verona and Valpolicella, is a drink wine during the lunch or the dinner. But the Valpolicella is a wine for every day, for very easy wine, very soft, fresh, fruity, alcohol 12 and a half. For this wine, I use the traditional grape to the Valpolicella, the Spezia, the Corvina, Rondinella, Molinara is the three fantastic grape, and this grape stay only in Valpolicella. The perfect climatic, perfect soil, perfect condition for Corvina, Rondinella, Molinara. This Valpolicella is picking harvest picking in September, part of October, fermented in steel tank, and stay in steel tank until bottomment.
What do you do?
Usually,
6 months? 6 months?
considering September, March,
Okay.
medium, March, April. For my Valpolicella Classico is my opinion for this wine is in the palate arrive fruity, fresh, not necessary body structures, but simple. Open the bottles, immediately ready for drink. It's okay, and very fresh. It's a nice combination for the food with bread to salami, appetizer, spaghetti, tomato, basilico, parmigiano is perfect.
Nice.
And for me, this wine is appreciated young for the freshness, for the very simple.
It's a lovely wine. It's really a lovely wine. Very easy drinking, very very smooth, and yeah, like so there is no oak for this wine.
No. Yes, sorry. This is only steel tank. Yeah, only steel tank for preserve fruity, for preserve not. Yes, no. Only steel
To
tank.
keep it fresh and fruity, we do the steel tank.
Yes. For
Perfect.
the good wine, for the lunch, and the
Perfect.
combination with white beef, like a turkey, chicken.
Yeah, this is like like we love it with like chicken, turkey, like even like some pork dishes, like a little lighter, like really really nice. And
Okay, I guess that was basically like taken from the Meet the Winemaker episode of a couple weeks ago with Tiziano. I'm sure that you all agree with him, like even more now that we know this wine. If oh, you cannot hear me, cannot hear me. Okay, what is going on? Oh, I guess that is just a matter of the volume. All right. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a wine that, as he said, want to express the power of the fruit, and it's very clean, fresh. There is no oak used. It's a wine that can be consumed with some fish dishes. My favorite, like if you cook anything with salmon and tomato, this is the wine. Like you don't even think twice. Trust me. Just try with this. Anything that is fish cooked with tomato, and you will be really, really happy. No problems at all if there is some lemon. Why? Because I noticed in my experience, my personal experience, like the lemon would crash with the alcohol. In this case, because there is no oak, like the freshness of the lemon like pairs well with the freshness of the fruit. Be careful, here there is fruitiness, there is no sweetness. This is a fantastic wine, like, you know, your everyday, like, this is your everyday amazing wine, as well as like the next wine that we will try, which is the other option, the one option when you want to go toward the oak, but not too much. And I will tell you a little more about it after I finish my Valpolicella Classico by Accordini. And in the meantime, let me just send on the screen the offer that we have about this wine. Yeah, and yeah, it's a fantastic estate. They do a fantastic job. Anytime that I speak to Tiziano Accordini, he is in the vineyards. Like these, the people that Righteous works with are people that decided to dedicate their existence to winemaking. And that is why, you know, I really stress and, you know, like, please, if something sounds like, you know, something that would make you happy, try it. Because if it's not righteous, it's not a righteous portfolio. Okay? So, perfect. And now, as I said, we have the other option for tonight. It's Il Borrigiano. Il Borrigiano. This wine that, you would not believe me, but I was on the phone this afternoon with the portfolio manager of one of the most important distributors in New York, in the state of New York and New York City, and another one in Boston and Massachusetts. They both told me how well this wine is doing in their markets. And it's just 2 of the 23 states where this wine is crashing it. Why? Because this is a wine that is made with care, even if it stays with the offer that Righteous is offering, which is crazy to me, below $15, actually below $14 a bottle when you buy 6. It's a super Tuscan. It's a red blend of Merlot, Sangiovese, and Syrah. Let me find the screen for you. Here we go, yeah. It's a wine that retails normally for up to $19.99. So, you know, we are talking of like some really special numbers when, you know, when it comes to a certain price range and the Pennsylvania market. Because we sell all of this through the PLCB, through the state of Pennsylvania, you know, so keeping a competitive price nationwide in the Pennsylvania market, it's a really difficult thing to achieve. So I just say, like, you know, I bow to, like, you know, Righteous Imports and the job that Rachel does to make sure that the prices are, you know, the same and most of the time less than the nationwide price for certain products. I would say almost for all the products, Rachel. Like you do the best job at researching, like, you know, and making sure that, like, the deal that you offer, it's always a great deal. So, you know, and if anybody wants information for anything and anybody like, you know, wants English information, you can always talk to Rachel at Righteous Imports. Okay. Now, we say that is a Super Tuscan is a Merlot, Sangiovese, and Syrah. We said that this is Il Borro, okay? Il Borro Tuscany, the area that was certified from the Medici 300 years ago. This is like, you know, the amazing product that comes from the amazing place, from the amazing winemaker Stefano Chioccioli, which is working with Salvatore Ferragamo, the winemaker and owner of the estate. Salvatore Ferragamo is like, you know, a buddy when he makes wine. This guy, Mr. Stefano Chioccioli, is the #1 winemaker in Italy. Like, he's the guy that received more 100 points for his wines, like in his career. So, you know, that is like a consultant that basically is, according to ratings and international reviews, the top one in my country. He's the guy behind this product, and that's, you know, why like it is so absolutely outstanding. So that Robert Parker gave it 92 plus points. Monica Larner, the person that writes for Robert Parker, is one of the people that I respect the most in the industry. And the reason is because like she's really how do you say transparent and honest and professional, and you know, she really represents the industry like just an handful of other people. And you know, she said things about this wine along the lines of like, this is the wine that you want to drink. Like, if you're looking at something below $15, this is the wine. There is no other wines in 2020 that you should look at. And you can go and search Robert Parker, Monica Lardner, Il Borrigiano reviews, or you can ask Rachel to send it to you if you want to read it, or if you want to read more information regarding any of the wines that we talk about, just let us know. We are getting used to be late on Wine Wednesdays. I am Italian. I don't have any problem at being a little late. When we say goodbye, we take another hour. So, you know, like, I'm starting to say goodbye to you, but it's gonna take long. But if somebody wants to leave me, I won't be offended. I will tell you a little more about this wine and why you wanna purchase the Borrigiano. The Borrigiano is the other option. We said it comes with some oakiness, which is given by high-end, large casks, oak casks, which give to the wine just a tiny little bit of flavor. Plus, because the quality of these casks, the flavors are really fine. Mixed with high, state-of-the-art type of farming from Il Borro, best winemaker, best tools, best knowledge, best estate, all of that. Great grapes, great care, great people to do it, they understand their job, great tools, and the price make this wine definitely the one that we open the most these days in our house. And that's the reason why I'm telling you, because it's not gonna last forever, because it's that good, you might want to save some for yourself. It's a wine that, you know, like, can drink for a long time. I guess you can keep this wine between 5 and 7 years without any problem. And we're talking of under $14 bottle of wine. We're talking of keeping it in the cellar, under $14. I don't know if you know, are on my same frequency here. Like, it's incredible. And yeah, that's, you know, the other reason why is because this is the one that you want to pair with all those dishes that we didn't speak about yet. The beef, the lamb, you know, like those a little bigger flavors. This will stand to those flavors. Pleasant, No bitterness, balanced. The fruitiness, the acidity, the alcohol, the fruitiness, the dryness, everything. It's, to me, I heard this sentence so many times that I never say it. I will tonight. This is a $14 wine that drinks like a $50 wine. Like, how many people tell you that in a liquor store? I'm telling you that now, and I mean it. And yeah, there is one more thing. It's 8:07. I take 3 minutes, and then I promise I say goodbye. Okay? The last 3 minutes, I'm gonna tell you about a wine. Actually, I'm gonna take 3 minutes out of Stefano Accordini time to, or maybe I'll tell you about it. What do you prefer? Do you prefer to hear the winemaker for 3 minutes, or do you prefer to hear me for 3 minutes? Raise your hand if you want the winemaker. Guys, you love me too much. That's no, like, you make me work, Like, I could put a video on and just, like, take it easy, drink my wine. No. Okay. So this Amarone is very special. And let me show you just a picture now. Okay. It is very special because what Accordini family does, it's grow the best possible grapes according to what Mother Nature does. Okay? So if there is something that is not perfect, it's because Mother Nature that year decided to do something at some point of the vintage or the growth of the vines. All right? That said, the Amarone Acinatico, $59.99. Amarone is one of the most expensive wines to make in the world, because to make Amarone you need to dry the grapes for 3 months and then, like, squeeze those grapes, which would give you a high sugar. This high sugar would end up being like high alcohol. But when you do all these things right, you make a balanced wine that, as my wife says, it tastes like Christmas. Maybe she says it in English. I say it like this. But Rachel, can you please, like, just, like, because the reason why I love this, and the concept you have with this wine is because of all those flavors that are really familiar to you, and the being American. Because in Italy, we would not describe this wine as Rachel does. And, please share it. All right. So I guess I can take the scene back. I was thinking something. I think this is funny. The reason why we didn't have a live discussion tonight, my wife and I, is because we cannot communicate well because of the technologies. Right, Rich? Like I was thinking, why there was no moment where we were in a disagreement about something. And yeah, it's obviously because we couldn't because of the audio. So I love you, baby. And yeah, so this was all for tonight. Um, uh, I'm starting to feel a little sorry to leave you on Wednesday night, and the fact that we're starting to stream over time all the time says a lot. And the fact that nobody left, it's something that says a lot too. And yeah, I thank you. I thank you. I'm apart from Butch, that as the Rebecca name, so at least you have your wife's name, which looks so much better to my crowd here, because everybody else is ladies, right? Everywhere. So thank you so much. Thank you. I know that ladies make the wine world go around. There is no man in the wine world. They think that because they buy the expensive stuff, but it's data out there. 8 out of 10 purchases of wine are made by ladies, and the fact that you are all ladies makes me believe that we are having some fun here, and it's been like this for a while, so it's not just a special occasion. And yeah, I'm loving it. I hope that you are having fun, and that you will still support us, especially during the holidays, because we have some really, really nice and fun and quality wines for you to enjoy with the very closest family and friends in this unforgettable 2020. Okay, so yeah, again, I feel I'm leaving my family like an immigrant when I left my family to move abroad. I feel like this when I leave you on Wednesdays. And yeah, I hope that you had some fun too. I hope that you enjoyed the wines, and I hope to see you next week. Next week we will have, let me double check this, because next week, we want to know, right? What is next week? Next week is here. Next week we have no, the 7 fishes. The 7 fishes. I've been waiting 5 years in this country to discuss the 7 fishes dinner. So make sure that you take a few minutes out of the 7 to 8 hour of next week, because we're gonna have some fun. And I believe that I will have a very good friend of mine to join us to support me regarding this 7 fishes trend that's been going on for a century in this country. And let's talk about it. Let's have some fun about it. Let's drink some wine. And please get in contact before next week if you want to join us for the samples and for the tasting, because we are very happy to help. But of course, we need time to coordinate it, okay? Love you. And unfortunately, I leave you, okay? Good night, everybody. And thank you. Good night. Bellina. How are you? What are you watching? How bad it was this week?
You were, you know, energetic and fun and
Yeah?
yeah. It
Cool.
wasn't fun at all. I wish I could have had my computer and I could have been more participatory. And then obviously I was trying to talk a few times and you couldn't hear me and I was like, yeah, you have your
I'm going to sort that out now.
okay.
I'm not staying after dinner, like going back, sorting all my problems now. So, you think it was good?
Yeah.
This is my Coke.
I'm heating up some beans and greens. I guess you don't want any?
No. I mean, I do, but no. I leave it to you because I love you. I was very concentrated on, I felt like I was DJing tonight.
And I think that's how you have to be. Like, and it's like, it's really hard that you're like the producer and the presenter.
Yeah.
And then you're always like, my wife's company and my wife's. I mean, do you do that because of Il Borro? Oh, I just spilled this everywhere.
But that actually makes me look even cuter. No? Don't you think?
No, I mean it's nice that you say. I just say we because you know we started it, and then I'm gonna be like, oh,
No.
and so my
You as a business you should always
Italian.
speak plural.
we. Well, yeah, I say we,
Yeah.
but like you're part of that.
Yeah, but even if you are by yourself, you are we. Oh, I didn't notice there's a quarter pounder. Quarter
How are you
pounder.
not gonna notice a quarter pounder? Can I have one bite? Because I'm trying not to eat bread and cheese. I just don't.
Eat it. That's it?
Bill, you want me to fix that for you?
No.
Okay.
Yeah?
Don't do it.
Cat.
Which
What
cat?
is she calling?
Which cat?
The lady from the Pittsburgh Post or Pittsburgh Magazine. Hang on a second. Hi, this is Rachel. Hi. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Me or Enzo? She said we're still connected. That she can hear us.
That she can hear us. That's still
Yeah, I
connected.
turned off my Zoom. It's strange that.
This is funny. Like we never disconnected. Cool.